Okay, so hello everyone. Need to also actually fix my chat. That would be good, I think. For everyone involved. Okay. Just need to copy the link. Should be good now. Let's see the sound. Okay. I have sound. I have my chat. What else? What else? I need to rearrange the windows I'm using in different kind of way that would actually make sense. And also I think I would need this YouTube window over here. I can actually start like launching my Steam during this time, because I can't play Limbus without Steam, obviously, you know. And it's gonna take some time, but then I can just start the game. So today I think also like the weekly rewards they're gonna restart, so which is nice. And we can get some more Battle Pass levels, and I need those levels because by upgrading my Battle Pass, I'm gonna get my manager done. I'm gonna get shards, but then I'm gonna spend the shards to get myself a manager done. Should be nice. Okay, so I need to move my window of the Chrome a bit more. I can actually start the game in the meanwhile. Okay, I think right now I'm like satisfied, I guess. If the game would actually start, we can start to play it. I also need to check. I think today also like the last day of beginners rewards. You can also receive those. And I need to increase the volume of the game because I was putting it down because I had like a Discord call, and maybe change it like this. Okay. So yeah, I was talking about my new player rewards, and today I'm getting in this ticket, but it's an ego ticket. Wait, or what? Let's see. Oh, I can't pick an ID, you can pick an ego. Hello, man 31. Yeah, I mean, I don't like what ego do you think I should pick from, like these ones? I get the season 1 ego ticket. Exactly, like know which one to pick. Well, let's see. This one is for Rodion, right? Fluid Faust. Let's see. Should be this one, right? No. No. Okay. Well, I can actually select like this, but okay, it's fluid, so this one I guess I should get. Oh, this is fast, right? Am I getting this one? Okay. So let's get this one and be done with that.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
Okay. We get something in the message. Actually bought like the monthly like dynasty pack, so we can do like some like those spins maybe. Probably won't get anything though. Yeah, I see. I mean, too bad they have the delay there. Okay, nothing there. Let's see. Yeah, sure. I didn't really expect anything good. Okay. So we also got what? Let's get some words. Okay, with this I think we can actually start the storyline. Yeah, I hope so. I hope it will surprise me one day. What? How's my previous session have expired if we didn't even start it? Like, whatever. Anyway, we're about to start interval 2. And let's see. It's been about 2 weeks since we took the care of the job at K-Corp. And the immense dullness of traveling through an S by car was just starting to sink in. Pretty sure I saw a road that looked exactly like this one 30 minutes ago. There were also built in the nest and back streets and rather dissimilar. If we were navigating the back streets, we would have been able to find a shortcut through the alleyways and corners. But navigating a nest in an automobile means driving through this absolutely abominable traffic congestion. I guess that's why people with cash to spare spend it on V-Corp's warp trains and such. The warp trains, they're... The bus was silent, though everyone seemed to simultaneously recall the warp trains they saw in the mirror worlds. I think I prefer riding the bus. Why don't we talk a nice little nap, Blackhead? I'm bored to death, just staring out the window. So we spent days upon days of boredom on the bus, making very little progress. Toward a tunnel that seemed to lead somewhere. We're almost there. The road will free up once we exit this tunnel. What do you mean, like, warp and the identities? Are those like identities that don't come like in line with the seasonal counter, or like what? Just as Faust said, the traffic jam appeared to visibly improve, allowing us to make actual progress. That's good. I can't see much yet, but I'm glad we're almost there. Speaking of which, our destination was... Yes, indeed. Once again we were being blindly led along by our guide to who knows where. Don't you think it's about time he started telling us where we're going?
단테 씨가 목적지를 묻는군요.
Dante is asking where our destination is. I was asking if he could start telling us where we're headed before we leave, but I thought better of it. Our current destination is... Our final destination is the Lobotomy Corp, branch located at U Corp. But what that, Rishi? You up? You spooked me. Sorry. I wasn't sure why Ishmael suddenly jolted, but I decided to carry on with our conversation for now. Wait, so by our final destination, you mean we are currently headed to a temporary stop? Just as Virgilius finished his sentence, the bus emerged from the lengthy tunnel. That's... I looked at the window, which had suddenly turned bright. And the cleanest sandy beach and the most turquoise blue ocean I had ever seen graced my eyes. Hello, Aceman's Land. We just started the basically the interval, the second one. Do you behold the great lake yonder? Don Quixote's enthusiastic exclamation, sinners began walking up from their naps one by one. Oh, that was a sight I've never seen in a long time. Oh, but playing Ruina? I mean, like, I know Ruina exists, but I never actually looked it up. Is this like kind of also a gacha game or what? Oh, Greg, darling, I've been here before. You've been here before. I've only ever heard of this place, never been myself. The sinners each began excitedly chattering about the sea. Wait, it can't be my turn already. Except for one, that is. I know we're still not ready for this. Ishmael, you good? No, give me a moment. I need some time to think. I was still worried about Ishmael's sudden gloominess. I had faith that she would be okay. She was always on top of things, after all. Besides, my attention was drawn to the public enthusiasm that seemed to have possessed the sinners. So they're turning toward the Great Lake? I've only heard of the Great Lake, but never saw it myself. So this is what it looks like. Perhaps our trying journey shall finally be rewarded with a seaside picnic. I suppose spending a nice vacation here could be a fun experience. I'm never permitted to rest. I wish to lie upon the summery sand and gaze up at the skies. I could use some nice tanning on the long bench. We should try the game of beach volleyball, with everyone that is. Okay, so Bottom Compression is a single player game. I see. And Wonderland comic? Okay. Ruina? So Ruina is single player. Distortion detective novel. Then Leviath. And from all those names, I only got the Lobotomy and Ruina. I need to... Yeah, I see. I need to catch up on my Limbus lore homework, you know. Sounds like the Craig. The sinners were all eagerly chatting about things they wanted to do. It was nice to see them excited for once, but hey, Guidebud, are you really stopping at the beach? Everyone seemed to be conveniently forgetting the fact that Virgilius never mentioned if ever stopping at the beach. What do you think? Karen, gonna hitch Phil's in a ditch screech. The formerly on-track bus suddenly swerved, and everyone was thrown around the bus, as is often the case. What treachery is this? An ambush? No, this is our stop. The sinners got their feet one by one, groaning with pain. What is the name of the wings? Only the despairing cries of sinners echoed in the dark and dumped you outside of the windows. What a nice beach. Can't wait to swim around here, you know. Are we like already run out of uncapacity? We can just use like the box one. Okay, so here's something new there. Okay, yes, I have the new ID here. And for her, I have like the ego, right? I see. So what we were doing last time? What about him? Oh yeah, I have this ego for him. And my team, right? So I was using the manager done. And I should select them like this then. Actually I like leveled up, he's saying to level 40. And those two are also good. Should be hopefully kinda easy for now. This cannot be. How hard to enjoy our vacations at a locale such as this. This may come as a surprise to you, Don Quixote, but Virgilius never mentioned that we were on a vacation. Wow, it's rather quiet, Ambi. What was the point of showing us the beautiful beach earlier then? Right, I should never even saw the beach, and I wouldn't be so disappointed. Right, the other is the aforeseen beach. Wherefore are we not journeying in that direction? Its air appears pristine, its sky is clear. Because that's not our direction. This cannot be. The sinner's face grew dark with disappointment. Can't say that I wasn't a little excited to have some proper rest myself, but I had a feeling this was going to happen. So where is this exactly? It would be in everyone's interest to focus on what's next. This is District 21, backstreets of U-Corp. Damn it, we're really not ready for this. So that's why there haven't been congestions in the tunnel, because we're not in a nest. It depends on the nest and their backstreets, so such generalizations are not encouraged. It seems to be the case this time, however. Is that a private beach over there? The water, its colors are very different from these sides. I see, a boundary, as though hewn by a blade. Those are telltale signs of a place's nature. Indeed, this is the Great Lake. That's just how it has always been. We can assume that a well-maintained vacation spot like that is usually nest territory. Explanations keep getting hijacked. Does this place count at the backstreets when it's so open? The definition of backstreets isn't limited to literal streets between buildings. It refers to all territories within districts, not embraced by the nests. Right. Look at this manging rubbish. The place is in shambles. I'd be gobsmacked if these weren't the back streets. Huh, behold, here is rather useful. What? Finish your sentence. It moved. What? This radio, it moved. Do the radios of District 21 scramble about? What are you on about? At Heathcliff's cry, everyone turned towards a certain pile of trash. And there it was, all of a sudden, a monster. Okay, time to do some fighting. So what are those, like, crabs? Trash crab? Okay. What can trash crab do? Rapture, rapture, rapture. Oh, that should be easier. I'm just gonna win rate all of this. Shouldn't cause us any problems, to be honest. Wait, how many waves? Actually, I didn't check. Probably it's not gonna be just one of them. Okay, we're going. Okay, there are 6 enemies. I see now. So we only finished one, and now second. I guess 4 to go. Maybe this one is going down. Yeah. Okay. So we have, I guess, those are the remaining ones. And Yiseng is kind of been really useful once I leveled up him to like 40. Hello there, CG9. I hope we can like level up all the remaining sinners to level 40. It's kind of close at this point. So what do we have left? Like Yiseng and the Sinclair are level 40. So we don't need to like level up Honglu, I notice. Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, when do you unlock like the level cap of 50? I think you can only get to like 40 right now. I should be getting level 50 sometime soon, right?
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
Oh, more crabs to kill. Shouldn't take us that much time. Also, gonna have like a dungeon, right? Like the first interval. I think I like crabs more than the chickens we had before. Need to open a window just to get some fresh air. Be right back.
완성되었나?
Yeah, okay, I'm back. It's better this way. I don't know. Can't really like stand sitting in a room without fresh air. So I guess like Yiseng already does like a lot more damage than Sinclair. So time to kill more crabs. Should not forget to select her.
이거 참 설레는구려.
Okay.
점 찍었네.
I can just ride this anyway. this interval is Spears weak and circling other than. Oh yeah, that would make sense. He's saying Spears, of course.
합격장. 단테님 봤어요?
Like he's barely doing any damage.
지금은 바빠요.
So they're all blunt. And he's saying,
내 작품에 의견이라도
yeah, he
있어.
does Spears mostly.
불길 속으로 그 오를 죽어라.
Kinda checks out then. And she also does Spears. So we are good to go.
너무 쉽군요. 운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Okay, now we have to like kill 7 of them instead of 6. Not like it matters, but still. Okay.
쉽군요. 비뚤어졌구나 죽어라.
Last one. We can just go damage on him.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Should be like dead in one turn, probably. Yeah, Sinclair finished him. It's one of these backrub things. You know, what are you looking at me for? What makes you think I'd know? Wasn't even cocaine at you. You're paranoid. That's what. Can't even talk about bugs around this guy. They're trash crabs. They're what? Ishmael interrupted us all of a sudden. Trash crabs. They collect trash or scraps like that on their shells and use them at their homes and weapons. They return some lot. They ambush people working by the waters, attack those venturing in the area, and their numbers grow by the day. But they're one of the innumerable small fries of the Great Lake. What's more important and more treacherous is Ishmael? I was about to check in the Ishmael. I probably shouldn't let this go on for any longer, but... Hey guys, pretty hard at work, huh? A couple of people in work overalls seem to be approaching from a distance. Mika, they're our valued customers. Show manners. Okay, I guess. What are those errantes? I think she's calling them rags and tags. Rain, they're calling us ragtags. Do I have to watch my manners? They could be enemies. You do. Identify yourselves. Have you not been informed about us at all? No, not at all. That's why I'm suspicious of you two, coming up with seemingly plausible, yet unverifiable identities, like spies. I'm sorry, wouldn't real spies come up with a more structured approach? Indeed, Otis. They're our cooperators, who will be assisting us this time. And speak sooner next time. Pleased to meet you, Mika, Rain. We are OCB, also known as the Limbus Company Bus Department. Bus, right. That's what the person said, too. You guys are the bus blokes. I was informed that the OCC before team was here first. By that person, do you mean... Sorry, let me check the business card again. OCCB, right. All accounted for... Oh, but we're clear. Why don't we continue this conversation back at the shop? Let's take a look at the bus too. This is an awkward place to talk, you know? Are there customers? Okay. Care to tell us what we're doing here? Our destination, U-Corp, is a nest composed of various nautical structures. Therefore, Mephistopheles, in its current form, cannot reach there. And the Great Lake environs are unpredictable. You're going to need a ship. Kind of withstand such capriciousness. That's right. Which is why we thought out a contract with an adequate shop to modify the bus. They're gonna like make the bus like swim. You know, like in I think it was like GTA, like what? Vice City, where there was like a cheat that make the cars to like swim around in water and stuff. I like what you say. Let's go in. Did your last staff dinner really hit the budget that hard? I thought we'd be allowed to eat as much as we wanted. Like Rodia said, looking at the somewhat dilapidated shop made me curious about the company's finances. But nothing good could ever come out of this conversation, so I decided to table the thought.
당연한 결과죠. 저는
Okay, level 26 now. Get the calculator fill. So, it should be good. Rain, I'm going to take a look at this bus. So why don't you get them to entertain the guests. Okay. The seniors were led into what appeared to be a workshop, like with tools and various mechanical apparatus. It seems to me that this workshop is capable of making more sophisticated modifications than it initially appeared. I recognize this. During the war, it was of utmost importance to have a general understanding of arms and gear workshops. Aha. This awkward conversation was cut short by a sudden and deafening noise. What's that sound? It was Mephistopheles' scream, or the alarm, rather. Sorry, I think I did something wrong. Are those stomping noises also you, Mika? Look outside. They appear to be the same species as the one we encountered earlier. They do look pretty similar. Hey, they're not pretty similar. They're indeed of the same species. Everyone, outside, now. Outside? Giant enemy crab with a massive shipping container on its back loomed over us. Well, at least for a brief moment. We're soon overwhelmed by the sound of heavy metal scraping against the floor. Man, spread out. But we have to get cracking this time. Just as we all collectively losing our minds. Snogging, of course. A dark figure leapt from somewhere onto the creature's head. Sit still. Quit struggling. A blinding light and a deafening explosion assault the crab's shell. Is it fleeing? The figure leaped gracefully from the back of the fleeing creature and slowly approached us. This actually kind of reminds me of like the BioShock 2, like Big Sisters. The costume at least. Scotch over the depressing mud float and her swim fins and stood before us. And a colossal harpoon resting on her shoulder. Again, Siege 9. Right, so you are the bus people that Fela mentioned. After some time passed, allow me to formally introduce them. With Olga this time. They're from the Molar Boatworks, here to help us with modifications for Mephistopheles. We're getting a whole intro and everything. Collar fluttered. Pixies, there's two our dear customers. We should watch our... Come on, I did nothing wrong, did I? Bugger, I didn't even do anything yet. Yet being the keyword here. Our business just opened, so there is nothing wrong with being a little careful. I'd imagine the sudden switch in your career path couldn't have been easy. Was it manageable? Olga, grade 5 fixer. Well, fixer? They're at a fixer. I thought I had got a sign of number 1. Metaphor has you thus straight from the path of a fixer. The life of a fixer must have been a grueling one, surely. Wherever the most prolific district, which association which tests had though taken to rise to become a grade 5 fixer? A worship examined trace association? Indeed? Fine, yes, I understand. I apologize, Olga. Soon there will be peace and quiet. The red gaze. Greetings, I guess. Blimey. It's been so long since I had to be so polite. Oh, that's polite enough. It seems that people have been returning one by one from the books since the incident at the library. How was it for you? Same story here. One moment I was like, am I dead? And next I'm suddenly waking up somewhere around here. No Mika, no rain. Stomach hankering. Thought I should grab myself a horse, so... And, how did it go again? Trash crab appeared. You fashioned a few things around you into a weapon, smashed its head and turned it into a barbecue. Bob's your uncle. And Fanny's your aunt. Dusted like ours, though. Then you started selling scrap metal from the back of those scraps. Okay, Rain. How about I leave the storytelling to you? Yeah. That Olga lady got a pretty flippant personality. Yeah, Rhoda, like someone else I know. I have no idea who you're talking about. What's this? That's a pathetic hat, isn't it? Exis, we'll be here all day if you keep derailing. Okay, I gotcha. The woman they called Olga fell back, clicking her tongue. And a man they called Rain came forward, bringing us up to speed. He was a fixer working alongside Olga and Mika until they were all sucked into the library, getting wrapped up in these things called receptions. Do they refer to like Library of Ruina right now? Just when he thought he was Gunner, suddenly came to, began wandering and found Olga. They began collecting scrap metal together, with Mika joining along the way, and ended up running a workshop, almost like they used to run the office back in the old days. So there wasn't any particular order in which they were returned from the book. The patterns have yet to reveal themselves to me. Virgilius muttered something to himself, looking at Faust, who stood near him. Faust nodded silently. I knew that there was something between the two of them, but it was always about something apocryphal that I couldn't even begin to understand. Besides, I was starting to get worried about Ishmael, who was growing increasingly distraught. It was about time I talked to her about her sudden change. Ishmael, so you've been here before. It looked like you recognized those scraps from earlier. Yes, is that a problem? No, not really. I'm just wondering how they taste. Sounds like people eat those crabs. You can see plain as day they're trying to do with the inane question, but I entertain it anyway. Yes, I've had it more than a few times as a crab chowder. It was pretty digestible flavor once I got past the vomit traveling back up my esophagus. That did answer your question? Yeah, thanks. I didn't think that was the best question I could have come up with, but her reception was much cooler than I expected. Much colder than I expected. So that thing is edible? It's almost like an abnormality or a distortion. No, I don't think that's an abnormality or a distortion. Really? Then... Since then they can distinguish between an abnormality and distortion. They were able to tell without me explaining. They're living organisms, mutants, if you will. Theoretically speaking, there shouldn't be any problem with ingesting them. Grandmother used to collect mutated animals too. I've never seen anything like this one though. What a priceless experience.
신기한 구경이네.
네, 그런 덕분에
Yeah,
저희가
so they're
바꿔봤고
pretty much our
정비 일도
daily
할수 있는
grab.
거죠.
The woman they called Mika was walking over from inside the boat workshop. An inscrutable look on her face.
미카,
Mika,
어때?
so how much of it do we gotta work on here?
공방에서 일하시던
You know,
아버지께서는
there is the thing that my father who worked in the workshop used to say.
싹다 뜯어
The whole shebang.
뭐 엔진을 다 틀어.
But all the way down to the engines? Or something like that.
아니요.
No, not that far. I won't dare go tinkering with that thing either. I saw the internals of the bus and it's on a whole nother level of complexity. Hi there, Dan. Reading the interval already. But yeah, pretty much everything else has to be changed. No flotation device, no propellers, no steering gear, nothing. So what do we do now?
그건 예상했습니다.
It's supposed to be expected.
해결 방법을
Please,
주십시오.
present us with the solution.
방금 저
Did the manager say
관리자분이
something?
말하신 것 같은데
Or do they just tick-tock sometimes? Well, anyway,
방법은 우리한테
we don't have
있어요.
plans to fix it.
재료만 있으면
What we
어떻게든
lack
만들 수
are the
있죠.
parts. Parts for the bus? What do you need us to collect scrap or something?
잘 아시네요.
Yep,
그리고
exactly.
잘
And from what I've
하실 수
seen so
있을 것
far,
같고요.
I'm certain you and your company are cut out for the job. With that, Mika pointed away, toward where the trash crabs were.
크랩개들을 처리하면
Defeat the trash crabs,
모을 수
and you should be able to collect the scrap they're carrying. How many do we need to kill? A lot?
아니요.
Of course, that's what we're here for, isn't it? Precisely. Your job at this shop is to collect parts to modify the bus. It's a far simpler and easier job than retrieving a golden ball. Now then, I'll converse with our cooperators. Everyone, to the beach. That is no beach. Yes, it is. Even that mudflat is a part of the Great Lake, also known as the sea. Okay, killing more crabs. Yeah, I see. I kind of figured it. Like, what else kind of library could it be? Oh, I almost forgot to select her.
라만 차렌들을 뒤엎는다.
Okay, more crabs. Okay, we have 7 enemies.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Well, maybe one day I will play Ruina.
꿰뚫려라.
I mean, the stories for these games seem to be really good. Okay, so we need to kill like what? 4 crabs. I'm liking the story so far. I mean, I do like really enjoy the story of the Limbus company.
완성되었나?
I think we like kind of already discussed it somewhat, but I mean, what I can say, there are a lot of like great characters that are like properly developed, and they're like interesting to kind of watch them interact with each other, and also the like plot itself. I'd say it's like pretty interesting, and what else? It's kind of unique, you know. Like there are lots of kind of games that have, I would say, like shallow plot lines that don't really kind of try to bring any detail
점찍어
about what's going on. Limbus doesn't suffer from this one.
오랜 목마름도 어버이를 향한 죄책감도 피를 마시는 순간에는 생각나지 않을 거다.
I mean, like this one?
가릴 것 없이 마음껏 마셔.
I mean, to be honest, like,
수 있는 유일한 꿈이니까.
I wouldn't say like I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, it was kind of funny. But, like, the part like with the beach, where they like, oh yeah, we're going to the beach, and then there's like, Virgilius, no, we're not going to the beach. You know? And, the interactions itself, but I would say it's kind of like a nice kind of. I mean, it's not a filler, but it feels like one, to be honest. I've been at it for about 2 days, perhaps. We were able to defeat a considerable number of thirst traps and collect enough scrap to fill a whole wagon and then some.
네, 이 정도면 해볼 수 있겠네요.
Yeah. I think this will be enough for us to get started. Can you rest now? Listen, I can hear my shoulders creaking with their remove.
로자 씨.
Rodion, can you stop that? It looks like you're flexing at them. It'll take some time to modify the bus, so we'll at least have a few days to enjoy.
물론
Though this place doesn't exactly resemble a tourist attraction. Sinners were busy stretching and chattering, relieved that the work was finally over. But I had a terrible feeling that this was probably not the end of our toil.
네? 쉬기는
Enjoy
뭘
what?
쉬어요?
Of course, I knew it.
제가 말한 거
I said it was enough to get started. Which means I have to go and collect more scrap, of course. How much more, to be exact?
야.
About 5 times the amount you've collected so far? Mika, we're going to have to work on the rear wheels too. Oh, sorry, 7 times.
지금까지 효율을
Considering our current productivity rate, it seems that we will not be provided with the adequate rest.
기존보다
Perhaps reducing the time dedicated to sleep will be contributive to our collective effort. No, this cannot be. We simply cannot. Nogihoda looked as though she was about to collapse, woeful look on her face. Hang on a sec, though. What does collecting these pieces of scrap even help modify the bus? Of course, if we were simply bolting the scraps onto the bus willy-nilly, it wouldn't amount to much. But using U-Corp's singularity to fuse the parts, we can make them work as though they were tailor-made for this bus. U-Corp? I thought their deal was some kind of food packaging tech. You know, stuff that stopped the content inside from spoiling or changing in any way until you open the packaging. I used to eat a bunch of their canned food.
어째 누님과 똑같이
Funny Big Sis said the exact same thing.
동지마다
Some nests have more than one way of using their singularity, in case you didn't know. If the working principle is the same, one can always utilize the singularity's fundamentals to patent singularity-based technology. At A-Corp, U-Corp is not only known for its stasis preservation packaging, but also its resonance stirring tuning fork. Resonance tuning fork? Just like that bastard. Entwined, fused with things, and eventually devour them all, though they've never even existed. Ishmael, what's the problem?
관리자님, 지금이라도
Dante, you have to tell Virgilius immediately.
순서를 바꿔서 다른 지부의 황금 가지를 해결하자고요.
I think they're growing. I mean, they seem to be like pretty insane, to be honest. Like, how much growth do they have to take? They like already like fought with Dongbag and Dongrang. They seem to be like way stronger than any of the crabs there. Tell him that we have to collect the golden balls or the other branches first. Give me a moment, Ishmael. Are okay?
지금은 충분하지
No,
않아요.
no, you're not ready.
모두의
You're
경험도
inexperienced. We don't know enough about the Great Lake,
고래에
nor about the
대한
whale.
지식도- 그래요.
I know, I'll help you out. I hope you make Virgilius understand. We shouldn't go there, not yet. I'm telling you, that place is...
야,
Blimey,
뭐 하자는 거야?
it's gotten into you.
크랩 차우더인지
Getting
네가 잘못된
indigestion from the crab chowder or something.
다 같이 그 개
I'll
같은
scrape
개딱지
through
내장을
the
긁어먹긴
same
했지만
crab guts, but I'm totally
좀
fine.
멀쩡해요.
근데 뭐가 문제야?
So it's got just throwing a fit. This ain't the first time we've gone into not knowing anything about what we're doing. We've been dead enough times to get used to it.
죽고 죽어가면서
Running away
일을
through a
포기하는
mission
게
isn't really something to be
그렇게
proud
자랑할
of,
건 아닌 거
Heathcliff.
아시죠? 저희가 그냥
Were
해결사였다면
your average fixers,
첫
we would have been
임무부터
dead
진작에
and gone on our very
순식간에
first mission,
이름이 지워졌겠죠.
our names scraped clean from whatever association's registry. You think me deaf? Good enough your stolen impression with death for the syndicates of the Baxters to know that I've got but one life.
그거랑 다르지.
But it's different now. Clockface here to bring us back every time.
지금까지 운이
Don't you think we've simply been lucky that Dante was able to bring us back intact?
아니, 야,
What's up with this attitude? If an abnormality cracks my skull, turn the clock, and I'll let it crack my leg next time. We can keep crawling back until they're smashed to pieces now.
지금껏 겪었던 게
Oh, so you think we've seen everything there is
그럴 리가 없잖아요.
at this point? You know that's not true.
최악의 경우엔
In the worst case scenario, Dante could turn the clock all day and not be able to bring us back. What if we encounter something we can never come back right from?
특히
Especially that
그
monstrous
거대한
whale.
고래는
Never mind.
설명해도 못 알아들을 것처럼 말하지.
Don't do that.
어?
Like I won't understand a thing.
말도 못 알아듣는.
Next me when you treat me like a stupid sod.
거드니까.
But yeah, it kind of would make sense. Like some of them previously worked at like nests, but if I take for example like he's saying, basically if I'm getting his story correct, so when he ran away from like N-Corp, right? It was the time they recruited him. It's like Iseng barely got any like combat experience before the start of the story, it would seem. You!
말씀 좀
Now, if you allow me to inquire, it's perhaps because he never was the type to do such a thing. But the crowd immediately fell silent when he sang suddenly, loudly, and characteristically intruded upon their argument.
그대들 버스에서 제법 하고픈 것이 많다 하지
Let us call to mind the various desires of ours that were so enthusiastically proclaimed on our journey here.
과업이 남은 것은
It is true, there is still significant toil to be had. Yet, it can also be said that we have accomplished a certain milestone. Perhaps a momentary respite is warranted.
단테
Isn't that true, Dante? Iseng. The first time Iseng appeared so dependable since we started our bus journey. I nodded emphatically. Yeah, I agree with Iseng. I think we can slow down for a bit and do some team building activities together. How's that sound?
네, 조금 쉬고 계셔도 될 것 같아요.
Sure, I think you guys can take some time off.
저희 쪽에서 준비가
Well.
되면 말씀드릴게요.
We'll let you know once we're ready.
저기 그렇다면
Glazer, in that case,
비치
I said that we partake in a game of beach volleyball. With Don Quixote's well-timed assist, the almost icy mood seemed to defrost slightly. Okay. So I do have enemy info on the beach volleyball stage. Hello, friendly jogger. You mean time for what?
이거 참 설레는구려.
본인이 똑똑히
I have witnessed myself.
분명
There was, and I speak with certainty, what hath appeared to be ball of sorts amongst the stranded trash.
곰도 있고
More crabs, yeah.
해변도 있으니 이럴 때 놀지 않는다는 것은 불합리하다고 해도 과언이 아니지 않겠는가?
I don't know. Oh yeah, actually like noticed that those exist, but I haven't read them yet. Yeah, I'm not trolling. Like I'm saving my pools for the Opager's night. It would be no puffery to say that this true injustice to deny ourselves merriment when above able bodies and beach all await us.
이걸
Can we really call this a beach though? Don Quixote, I told you, we're not here for vacation. But I'm well aware, dear Gregor. I appreciate that advice. I just simply do not have it within my heart to deny such a proposal when an opportunity to bring us together presents itself. Okay. Let's hold back that degree next time. We turn to you.
아니,
Yes,
나도
I'm in agreement with Don Quixote. You said? Upon reflection, I have no memory of engaging in such a sport with my fellows.
구기 종목의
I cannot say that I am practically a talent in the games of the ball variety, but this appears to be as good time as any to experience it for once.
그러니
So let us partake in this game of volleyball balls. We're so not ready. This isn't the time to play ball games. Been slacking too much as of late. Yeah, we were too lucky last time. Even was starting to practically ooze all over with an ominous aura. It might be a good idea to divert her attention for a bit. Let's play beach volleyball.
현명한 선택이
Wise decision. A short retrieval balloon.
관리자께서 결정하신
Stone-time activity designated by none other than our executive manager. Everyone, quit grimacing and accept it with gratitude. Okay. I just hope I don't pull my back playing this game.
경기 규칙과 비교.
I'm aware of the rules and the specification of this game. Allow me to roll the area. And of course Mersalt would know, like, the rules of volleyball by heart. Where did they get in the net, though? Grumbling sinners, beaming sinners, reticent sinners. Their reactions were all varied, but everyone eventually was out to an empty lot to play beach volleyball. I stretched, hoping that this activity would help break up the tense atmosphere. Sometime later. Now, let us commence! The field was drawn over a squelched mudflat. The foreign ball rocketed into the air with Don Quixote's serve. Is this how the game is played? With Zhang's nice receive, it was starting to look like we had a proper game going.
그렇지.
Yup. You're pretty good. Meaningless, all of this. I mean, Ismail, like, she's been, like, too depressed right now. I mean, Zhang is trying. He's already starting to sweat. Like, he's trying hard. Like, to be honest, I barely know how to play like volleyball. I mean, I don't know a bit, but I don't know. Is she really going to pop the ball? Damn that. She's funny here. Okay, let's read then. What is? I think the surf would have killed me if I hadn't dodged it in time.
했으면 훈련의 일종이
Consider this a part of our training. Richard, you're supposed to hit the ball with the sword. First, I received the ball. A recent time we could be using to study the whale's characteristics.
대호수를 건너갈 날
And we don't even have a compass to guide us through the Great Lake. Damn it. That bastard has still got to be alive somehow.
어떻게든 살아.
For fuck's sake, woman. Heathcliff, unable to stand Ismail's attitude any longer, kicked the ball with enough force that his chest might burst. And the ball flew way over the mark and toward the boundary separating us from the pristine beach we saw a few days ago. Did the ball just pop? It wasn't Ismail. It was Heathcliff who popped the ball.
네.
The mark certainly has.
플라즈마 장애.
There appears to be a field of plasma invisible to our eyes. A field of plasma? Who put a field of plasma on the beach?
둥지와 뒷골목을
We vary our sorts and start to separate the nests from the back streets.
형식은 제가
Along the borders of every nest
모든
are
둥지의
installations that serve the same function,
존재합니다.
so their specific methods may vary.
뻔하지.
Of course, there are always fences and whatnots to stop backstreet residents from crawling into their precious nests.
그런데 말이야.
But within that technology,
저 기술로는
they could have
흔적도 안
simply made the body disappear without a trace, instead of leaving the dark mess. Which gotta mean...
보란 듯이 터뜨려 버려서 그것마저도 오락으로 만들려는 생각인 거지.
They want to drive watching clueless souls be ripped to pieces, I bet.
부자들은 즐길 놀이가
Glad the
많겠지.
rich folks are having so much fun with their lives. I mean, the rich can't get anything, yes, but... Don't like the Limbus company kinda also rich? I can't just just buy them a new ball. Maybe like 10 of them.
기술의 구체적인
I have no comment to make regarding the device's particular purpose or its sadistic nature. Take a whole hour of my time to produce the ball.
다들 정신 차려.
Brace yourselves. The sound of the ball popping attracted the trash crabs. Have a chat after this. I really thought that this could be the activity to dramatically bring us all together. It's all gone to hell. Why does this keep happening? It's about time you got used to this, manager bud. Come on, let's first take care of business. No more beach volleyball. Only killing the crabs. The best team game you can ever have on the beach. All get together to kill some crabs. Have fun.
꿰뚫려라.
Okay.
힘들고
And this last one? No, we have only
잘 피해야지.
killed like what? 3 of them? You just killed 3 crabs?
불길
We
속에
have to kill more crabs. Or not getting any sleep. I mean, he does get a pay, but all the pay that Dante gets, he basically like uses to. See, he basically puts back into the like sinners squad. So I don't know. Basically, it's not like his pay, but a company or resource management. Yeah.
오랜 목마름도 어버이를 향한 죄책감도 피를 마시는 순간에는 생각나지 않을 거다. 그러니
Best businessman, Dante.
라만 차렌들을 뒤엎는다.
And his team of crop killers.
가족을 위해.
Like, how do we actually know like how much lunacy is, for example, to like have a dinner or something?
완성되었나?
Because like every payment is kind of relational in relation to something, right?
너무 쉽군요.
한바탕 해볼까?
Like, is lunacy like even a real currency in this world? Do they use lunacy? I don't remember them mentioning it.
불길 속으로.
Yeah, so basically Dante doesn't get paid. He just kind of gathers resources to upgrade his squad, it would seem.
꿰뚫려라.
So basically no one gets paid, even Dante. Hey, Ishmael. Yes. Can we talk? At least for a bit. I got over to Ishmael once the battle was over. Right. I've never done anything like this before. I don't even know if this is the right thing to do, what kind of results this conversation is going to yield, but I can't just sit here and watch.
네.
Yeah, whatever. Looks to me that you've been preoccupied with something ever since we got there. No shit, Dante. You know, you don't really participate in group activities and things like that.
당연하죠.
Isn't it obvious? There's something more important at hand, but they're all busy enjoying themselves, playing this stupid game. Something more important? Is this about the Great Lake?
네.
Yes. That we, in our current state, shouldn't go there.
네.
No. Right. So why do you think that we don't have a chance against whatever's there?
말씀드렸잖아요.
I told you,
아직
we're not ready.
적어도
We're going to need at least half a year to acclimate to the Great Lake and the things that are there.
아니면
Or we could try to gain more experience, enough to overwhelm our disadvantages. That goes the same for you, Dante. You need to be strong enough at least to take care of yourself. She can help with, and notice, I'm sure she can help you with your training too. Push comes to shove, yes. Wait. Half a year, Ishmael. Just don't have that much time to spare.
허비?
Really? But that's
허비라고
it.
생각하시나요?
Why we're playing beach volleyball? Because we don't have the time to spare?
저 허비 같은데요? 그리고 뭐 놀고 있자고 말씀드린 게 아니잖아요.
Yeah, Dante, the 13th sinner.
잠시 다른 곳으로
Dante.
돌렸다가 돌아오면 되는 건데요.
I mean, it would kind of be like pretty dope, no? Like Dante, he can also resurrect himself. So imagine like his passive. If he takes any damage but stays alive, he just regenerates. It's not like I'm saying that we should just sit on our butts and do nothing for half a year. I'm saying that we should visit other destinations first before coming back here.
그건 불가능합니다.
That's impossible.
모든 구역의
Not every location of golden balls in the nest have been identified,
비포팀의 사전
and the
답사를
before team hasn't completed the
준비되지
preliminary service yet.
다른
Excuses?
특별한 이유가 있다는
I've known
거죠.
for a while that you've had some fancy ulterior motive. And whatever that is,
그리고
this is a mistake you won't ever forget. Perhaps. What a mess.
그러면
In that case, should at
적어도
least
상세한 항해 계획과
map a detailed
전투
sailing
방향을
route and plan out a combat strategy. Rattling on and on. Just when I thought our discussion was reaching a stalemate, Heathcliff butted in.
당신은 또
What's your
뭔데요?
problem? Chill, Glutko. I think you're the only one struggling here. You all died more time than we can count. Every single one of us. So I'm telling you that I work out again somehow.
그러니까
And I'm telling you that the Great Lake is different. What if the manager drowns? What if the thing eats us and our bodies can be recovered? Do you understand? This isn't anything like we've been through so far. This could be the end of us.
그러면
Then, I won't have the chance to kill that bastard. Okay, let's say that you're right. If we go now, we're all going to bite it and won't be able to get get back up. So what's wrong with fuffing about for a little while? What are those whales working out, or something? You've been mucking up the mood ever since we got here, so how about you use some bloody common sense to not bring everyone else down with you?
제법 웃기네요. 헤스클리프 씨?
Is Israel also English? I mean, I'm getting that the Heathcliff is, but I think Ishmael, like, isn't the most British name. Or is it? Hey. Hey there, little bits. That's rich coming from you, Heathcliff.
당신이 뭐라는
What common sense do you have of the Great Lake? Have you ever seen a whale? Since when were such a know-it-all? What do you even know about a sailor's life? How would you? All day you're whining about your girlfriend or something, dozing off in the bus, or throwing an easy feet once in a while. Quit it. Skill will be killed by everything, from the depths of the waters to the heights of the skies, crawling and falling on the deck. Innumerable natural disasters like acid typhoons, tuna tsunamis, cerebral storms, and the multitude of other terrors of the lake I can't even recall the names of. And from the storms and waves as tall as mountains, following that, those fucking monsters that wash up on the deck. Look away for a moment and your mate, whom you've trusted with your life, is slain. Everyone and every goddamn thing goes mad and is transformed into something else entirely on that abominable lake. It's something that pathetic, lovely dove with tender foot like you won't even understand after dying a 100 deaths. Tell you to quit it! Damn. Heathcliff is out to get her. We also need Dante, obviously. But maybe like Virgilius first, yes. Before anyone could even step in, Heathcliff swung wildly at Ishmael. You don't know shit about me, a prick like you. Alas. The tussle was such a blitz that no one could ever attempt to intervene. Iseng almost looked pitiful as he stood there bewildered. For a moment it appeared as though Heathcliff had an upper hand, as his first fist struck Ishmael right in her jaw. Just as Ishmael appeared to throw a punch, she kicked Heathcliff's leg, throwing him to the ground. Ishmael, wait! In the blink of an eye, Ishmael took up her mace. She raised it high, as though she could strike it down at any moment. Her arm trembles with uncontrollable fury. She's He's gone ballistic, you know. He's been berserk here.
그래.
What could do?
통을
Brush my head in? Like you did before?
내던 것처럼 죽여.
Fine. Kill me. No matter. I'll be right as rain in a minute.
어차피 살아날 테니까. 나하고 다를 거라 생각한 내가 바보지.
Yeah. So much hair. It's also like the volleyball scene. You can also notice it. But here it's like it doesn't feel like thick. Like it's not like thin, but like a you can't see through it, you know. I was a fool to think you'd be any different from me. Everyone's the same after all. I wasn't sure what caused her sudden change of heart, but it was a relief of sorts at least. She looked at Heathcliff with her eyes wide open, and dropped the mace to the ground. I wished that I would not have, though again be witness to such a belligerency amongst friends. It's such quarrels among fellows as beaten electability, perhaps. Yeah, it just froze, like Limbus does for me sometimes. Now that brings me back, watching them fight. They used to tussle, just like they do now. Exis. Dante, I neglected to mention to you since we have not had a dispute like this since our first mission, but you could be held responsible in the future for management failure should a similar workplace conflict arise. Yeah. What the hell was I supposed to do about this? Was what I wanted to say, but I managed to hold my metaphorical tongue. All of the fault lie within the executive manager Faust. Those two fools who got into this senseless altercation. Preventing senseless altercations between co-workers is the job of a manager. You. Stop it, everyone. Indeed, such behavior fits the heroic nature of Limbus Company. Sinclair's hesitance, Don Quixote's attempts to diffuse Faust's impressive voice, and Nodge's increasingly rising voice in my defense. All of that combined was starting to get incredibly irritating. Stop. Guys, enough. I had no other resource left at this moment. Ishmael, Heathcliff. What? Two of you. Stop working together for a while. Distance yourself. At least, it is until I can think of a way to deal with you two. It's not like I enjoy looking at her mug. Okay. Thus, the mood fell into a pit, as depressing as this mud flat. Okay. I have an approximate quote now, so feel free to go collecting those scraps. Spend the next few days collecting scraps with the rest of the sinners. Damn. Yeah, I'm kind of like starting to understand like the minus like how much it was, minus 20 or something sanity debuff on her during the count of 5. Yeah. She's done.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
Okay, now we just need some crabs.
불길 속으로
And here I was thinking that like the interval gonna give us some, I don't know, gonna diffuse the topics a bit. But now we're getting threatened to like conflicts again.
완성되었네. 불길 속으로
The chicken one was more fun, I would guess.
합격장.
Yeah.
힘들군.
He's uptight, Dante.
너무 쉽군요.
He's clogged.
좋아.
Hey, we're doing great. We have one big crab left. Bayonet artillery crab. Insane.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
I like those crabs, like actually sentient. This one has a gun on his like what? His back. Is this even explained? Like smart enough to like collect guns and use them in battle?
걸작을 자아낸 마에스트로님이 어떤 평가를 내려주실지 흥분이 가시지 않는데요.
Okay. So I have 2 more to go. The days were suffocating for them as it was for me. Well, save for Otis maybe.
어이. 그렇게
You there.
연구하면
Connecting those parts will cause an issue with the intake fan.
그러면 어떻게 해요?
What do we do then?
얘기는 아니는데.
It's like 3 separate fires. Amateurish.
야박은
Allow me to demonstrate.
직접 서.
This is nothing compared to what I had to do back in the day when I worked with the engineering corps. Otis, who appeared to be rather knowledgeable in engineering, continued to support smaller boatworks, bus modifications.
파우스트 양,
Miss Faust,
학교 수감
do you by any chance possess any documentation of items that listeners may be partial to or have preferences for in their personal information farms?
그런 것까지 작성해
But not keep records of such details. He sang, as I have informed you repeatedly, it is best policy as a senior to leave the decisions to the managers.
에헤이, 싸운 거 풀 때는
There is nothing like
게
booze.
없다니까.
Get a right slush to the man.
어디, 내 비장의
Rocking
수다도
friendship.
들려?
What? Maybe you could try my secret weapon?
설마
No way.
처음부터 계속 말하는
You mean the
킹크랩게
pink trash crab brain wine that you've been talking about? Kind of interested actually. No, I don't think I will.
내가
I sound quieter myself. Thank you, Stu.
고맙네.
안될 것 같은데.
Doubt it'll work. He sang, was trying to come up with various ways to bring Heathcliff and Ishmael's feud to a close.
뭐, 분.
Sink. They cooking again. I mean, to be honest, like in this cooking competition, she has no chances.
아니
No, Scylla would be preferable here. Hmm.
어허,
Yes.
그래.
Perhaps doing so while they're still alive would be a way of pursuing a new direction in art, in the vein of an avant-garde spirit. My suggestion was not to inflict them further pain, simply a more appropriate method of engaging in the culinary arts.
저기
Sorry, but I want this dinner. I've been having the same conversation for the last 30 minutes.
한 30분.
레인, 나 죽어.
Rain, I'm dying here. I can hear the trash crabs going it in my belly.
누님
Big sis, please get a hold of yourself.
감사합니다.
It seemed that Trasher and Mersault were trying to come up with a way to make the trash crabs more palatable. Not that I had any taste buds or a mouth, but it was starting to resemble actual food. at least in its presentation.
꼬맹이들, 그리로 튄다.
Killers, they're going that way.
꼬맹
Child,
아니요.
I'm not now. Young Sinclair,
마무리를
go to Gresha.
그레고르 씨.
Gregor, I'll take his left leg.
알았다고.
Gresha. The other sinners were busying themselves with hunting trash grabs and collecting scrap. They say that practice makes perfect, and everyone was already performing rather well. Coordinated attacks, even without my input. As for Heathcliff,
와, 그레고르 씨.
Gregor,
불쇼라도
you're
보여주실
showing
건가요?
off your rosary skills? Sip it. Your flames like flare.
아니,
Wait,
그냥
it's
다른
just
거잖아요.
cremating it. It has been extracted. However, this can no longer serve its function as a proper source of nutrients. Give it hither. I have consumed not but 3 legs so far.
히스클리프군.
Heathcliff?
뭐야? 그게
That's,
일잡이
the guy and I had a chat.
먹었어.
I'm okay now.
면담
Wait,
맞지?
was it really just a chat?
아무튼
Just drop it. I won't trouble you lot no more. That's all.
그러니까
So, spare me some nosh. I don't know if Virgito's really just a talk with Heathcliff, but I'm glad that, unlike most other times, it was here to at least get Heathcliff to calm down. But Ishmael, Emma and Dante, well, as one-sided that this chat is going to be, as I'm sure you've already been told in brief, I conducted a little meeting with the two problem individuals. You will see that the discipline is proven effective with Heathcliff, while Ishmael's case hasn't quite been resolved. To be more precise, there is no reason to resolve it. What are you talking about? You must be asking what I'm talking about. I hope you aren't expecting me to kindly explain everything to you. You will realize it on your own soon enough. After all, this babysitting and fostering nonsense is not part of my work, Manager Dante. I know, you're putting in extra work, and I appreciate it. I'd like it if I didn't have to intervene anymore. You may consider the talk I voluntarily had with the two small favor from me for your decent performance recently. Now, I have remaining business with the fixers of Molar office. Like that, Ishmael was left alone, but little progress to speak of. According to the people from Boatworks, she apparently snuck out alone at night to make various preparations. Even when I visited her, when I found her hanging about and called over to her, she didn't respond to me at all. She wasn't ignoring me, rather she seemed too deeply fixated on what she was doing. What should I do about her? No, what was I supposed to do then? While a clear answer still eluded me, Mephistopheles, Miss Mare was entering its final stages. Hello, Chin. Okay, so wait, there is no dungeon here? Okay.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
Just doing a battle then. All the sinners, save for Ishmael, gathered to behold the finished product. Do I behold with my eyes the transformed bus?
이것은
Would one call this bus boat or boat bus? I think I'll go with bus boat.
바퀴는
Where did the wheels go? We need them again once we're done with the Eucorp's district. And needless concern, of course, it has been modified to be amphibious with both a boat form and a bus form. What is this? Some kind of magic bus? Myriad of possibilities Mephistopheles holds means it has always been capable of various functions. Hasn't Faust expounded upon this detail once? Now, that's enough of that. Let's start it up. As Mika fiddled with its controls, the bus bot, shuddered awake and sputtered off with the odd screeching noise we heard earlier. I think we're missing something. Maybe it's the form transmogrifier that's messing up? I thought my eardrums were going to burst. It could possibly be causing that noise. Mika, I think it's that one part where we had to make do with what we had. What was that? Did you just say make do? We didn't have a choice. There weren't enough parts in stock. There's this one thing that was supposed to be replaceable, but the problem is... It wasn't the sound of its engine, was it? The gigantic mutant we've encountered before. It's headed this way.
전과 같은 소리에 이끌려
Gigantic. It's likely drawn here by the same claimer as before. It's good news. The big boy had the exact part we're missing on his back, don't it? Does, I guess? Sis, are you really? I'm really. It's the one expensive and tricky to manufacture part, isn't it? Don't you remember? That Wade killed the employees of other boat workshops. Well, that's because it crashed into us, not because we were hunting the bastard for parts. But now, I have these lads and lasses to help us. Besides, it killed the people that helped us start Molar Boatworks from our bomb days, didn't it? Looks like this is just the time to give it a right smashing down and snogging. And make me some more wine out of its brain juice, too. Big sis? Can we get some too? What do you mean, we? This kind of trash crap is supposed to be a few years old, so it has to be the same one from earlier. Anyway, all we need to do is catch and kill that prick, ain't it? Right on. Heathcliff's turned to me, visibly eager to go up and crush some shells. It's not. Isn't this better for us? Ishmael? Where have I been all this time? I was making preparations for our survival on the Great Lake, obviously. The least I can do is make an exhaustive guide on whales you can study up now, right? You know, I don't need that kind of stuff. And I'll keep reminding you until you have no choice but to read it. See, manager, we still need more time. There is so much more to prepare. What kind of trash crap can be repelled, can it? And let's do that and finish modifying the bus later, with more time on our hands. Ishmael, I'm not sure my lack of memory doesn't help, of course, but... I don't get what you're so scared of, or what we're supposed to be preparing for. As much as I want to respect your opinions and reflect them, I don't think it's best for all of us, so... There is no all of us. Huh? Let's be honest here. Is any one of us devoting themselves for the sake of this? All of us? They all signed a contract with Limbus company for our own goals. I did, Isang did, as we saw last time, and all the other sinners did. Aren't we only in this together to achieve our personal aims? And you too. You're forcing yourself to look for those golden balls, things you've probably never heard of once in your life, just so you can get your memories back. You have a more selfish motive than anyone else here, so why do you pretend like you're doing anything for us at all? How dare you raise your voice against... Enough. Virgilius seemed to have been discreetly listening on our conversation, joined as though he'd been a part of it from the start. Ishmael, I believe I made myself clear during our meeting. The contract comes first. The contract? Sure, this is a company I'm working for. Of course it does. Ishmael glared at me with a face unlike anything she'd shown before. I sensed clear hostility in her eyes. Fine, I'll abide by the Oh, so honorable contract.
시키신다면
Manager, give me orders, and I'll follow them.
그러니까
So if there is anything you want from me from now on, state it clearly.
앞으로 제가
I won't get out of line by providing unsolicited help or explanations anymore.
뭐예요?
What are we waiting for? What do you want to order us to go kill the giant Christian? I'll gladly obey, as it is stipulated in the contract, Manager Dante. After Ishmael finished speaking, she blankly stared at me, as if awaiting my order. To which I could only reply with, "Let's go." As soon as I finished, Ishmael turned around and left the shop, as if on cue. All I could do was lead the other sinners and follow her. Just then, heard vicious sounds of crashing waves and roars of an all-crushing storm. Visions of destruction passed before me. Limbs and bits of flesh tear off in the shredding storm that brings crashing waves. Ishmael clings to the ship for dear life. And a behemoth of an eye, its overwhelming and all-consuming size, looming over the ship, washes her in silence. I think it's like an ego manifestation, right? Like, Ishmael basically going insane right now. Perhaps this could be a clue to Ishmael's perplexing behavior. Yeah, but like BTSD is so strong. She almost tried to go against Ortigas.
한바탕 해볼까?
Yeah, that would have ended up
꽤 뚫려라.
a whole lot well. Okay, so we have like 3 waves of crabs, it would seem. Okay. Doesn't it show like how much enemies we have left now? Well, whatever.
한바탕 해볼까?
I need more bleed units. Of course I want to get like my Mirror Dawn. But I need to play like so much of Mirror Dungeon to like get all the shards for her.
찍었네. 다 죽어라. 완성되었나?
What do you mean color level?
한바탕 해볼까?
Like I'm not really don't really understand the whole leveling systems of fixers.
엎드리도록.
단테님 봤어요?
Okay, let's still wave number 2. We got them staggered. Should be an easy finish.
꽤 뚫려라.
Yeah, this was kinda dumb. The win rate button. Raise from 0 to 1. 1 being the weakest. When fixture is too strong, they get a color assigned. Ah, I see. Red gaze. So like Rechidos is like super strong? What's trying to tell me? And like red is his like color?
선생님 봤어요? 너무 쉽군요. 운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Yeah, the king crab is kind of really weak, to be honest. Manager, don't destroy them. Just like that. Doesn't he have like second phase or something?
힘들군.
No? No second phase? That's it? Crab? Well, why can't a crab have two phases? Don't disrespect the crabs, please. According to Virgilius, the people at the boatworks have been saving up for a trip back to B Corp's back streets where their fixtures offers used to be. After experiencing a warp train malfunction, they apparently decided they'd rather take the car. I considered telling them the truth I learned from a number of identities, but I figured ignorance is bliss and kept my figurative mouth shut. Maybe I feared that things I said could bring bad results again. Like now, Ishmael has fallen out with me. Come on, get working. We've got him now. Looks like our job is done. And lucky you, the tide is in. You should be able to set off now. Now then, switch to the boat mode. Transform thusly then. Good to say, I have a great admiration for whoever designed this vehicle. There's stories of it, but to see it in motion firsthand. If you tried, could most certainly change into other forms, as long as the core is intact. How can such a core be real? I'm just amazed, for lack of a better term. Indeed, Faust is amazing. Alright now, get in your vehicle. You can switch the mode again once you're in the water. Aboard the now boat-shaped Mephistopheles, we forged ahead into the ever-rising waters. My relationship with Ismail was still precarious, which was something I still wasn't sure what to do about. But since some of the sinners were also trying to be supportive towards Ishmael, I decided that it would be best if I tried to come up with a solution in the meantime. Maybe I'll find out more the future will get from the shores of the Great Lake. It's sailing alright. Does that mean we can get paid and go out for a meal now? We actually got our money a minute ago, as soon as we fulfilled our end of the contract. A delivery fixer from the Tevert Association came by and paid us the remainder. Our contractor turned out to be a pretty big deal, huh? Oh damn, and there's a catch. How about we take a break from trash crabs and splash for some pork? Pork belly barbecue! Sounds good, big sis. By the way, Mika. Yes? When did we add a submersive mode to the modifications? We didn't? The ship looks like it's listing. Oh, get the water out, quick! Buckets, where are the buckets? I found a hole. This must be... TD, where off? I'll get the lifeboat. Guess we should also prepare the body up penalty fees. We're so screwed. Okay. With our frantic attempts to drain the bus and Karen's skillful rowing, we managed to get back to the boatworks and have the bus repaired. With that, our voyage on the Great Lake began somehow in earnest.
오랜 목마름도 어버이를 향한 죄책감도 피를 마시는 순간에는 생각나지
Okay, so now we can play the Counter 5.
것 없이 마음껏 마셔.
But I think that's gonna be it for today, because I need to wake up tomorrow early and can't really do a 6 our stream today. So thank you everyone for tuning in, and next time we'll do Counter 5. Yeah, bye everyone. See you again.